So just to wrap up this, the fact that I'm being manipulated in this way, and I was looking at this first part, and you can see how the emotions go up, and that's the reason why I need to express myself. It is really pushing people into insanity, in anger and rage, because you are no longer authentically you. You're no longer a person who has a free mind, who's free-minded. What you experience, how you experience it, is controlled and manipulated in the most degrading ways. And actually, as I was making the second part, there was the ad, I think, for Disney, and they were stimulating me. First, they stimulated me to these adult people who at the first looked like they were children, but there was a child next to them, and you should to try to even like, it's so nasty. They stimulated me and even play with my perception for a second. They have the technology that we're talking about has full control. Like I said, if this man wrote about physical control of the mind in 1969, providing you the factual ability of the current time abilities, and those abilities were already the ability to control animals and even human beings to have sexual stimulations and other things. And by the way, he provided implication that if I can do this, if we can do this to the brain and this and that, that implies this can be done. And so even though we are at very early stage of this discovery of this technology, the potential at this point is limitless. And you can only imagine what it is now. And to hear these perps that wanted to gaslight me into access, they are contracted to do that. That's their job. They are contracted to be shameless. They are asked to be shameless. And regardless of how obvious it is, their job is to do this. And they have this fake, contracted fanaticalness about it all. It's like, I would die, rats. I was like, I would rat in hell and living life of doing what you do, then be the clown that you're contracted to be. Thinking that's gonna make me think, oh, I'm not being manipulated. With your stupidity of like gaslighting tactics. It gets so bad that, when I came to the city I'm in here, I decided, listen, things are being super toxic where I'm at. I come here, I'm gonna become disciplined. I'm gonna work out more. I'm gonna read more. I'm gonna be healthy. I'm gonna be celibate. My brain. And so I really put myself in a state where it was perhaps the best thing. I was like, I'm gonna leave this toxicity and come back here and really turn a new page. Remove anything that's bringing me negative, and remove that. Or try to, or at least take step by step. Everything. Wake up super early, go to work out. I'm coming to this place and there's so much potential. Let me just make sure I am the best me. Nothing's, and really was a great experience. Great. I could feel better. Even though I was alone, it was okay. I was like, I needed that. It made me feel stronger. It made me be 100% sure of who I am. All the insecurity kind of moved away. I truly appreciate me. And they're like, oh, I remember this guy's like, no, that's who you want to be. This is not who you are. I was like, what? Are you retarded? And I'm like, what do you mean? I was the best me. And the potential was so good. And of course, I was doing things that makes me the best me. What I watched, what I did, everything was just in a way like, what is gonna make me be the best me? What I cannot remove here that's gonna remove anything that brings me down. And this perp's like, no, you see, because you're trying to block you just put that. Even this they try to implant these disgusting things they make me experience today as if that was the things. No, that's the things that you put nastiness. That's the things that you put in me now. I know my flaws. I'm never going to present myself as perfect. I know who I am. And even who I am, authentically who I am, have flaws. But they're not the nasty, disgusting pedophilia things that you implanted me to have so you can present yourself as a protector of children. They are disgusting low life. And they use this fucking trash. I'm not going to bring any race in this, but this entitled trash. They're going to be like, oh no, yes, you, huh? Now we're just analyzing. No, you're just changing who I am. And who I am with my real flaws and my own negatives are nothing to do with this pedophilia things. You just try to put things together in these ways. Try to look what you can use to make me subscriptive of this manipulation and using these disgusting retards. Some of these childlike retards are saying they're pretending to get raped by me. They're going to frame me in this fashion, this loserness. Can you imagine this shit like that? Telling you they're going to act like they're getting raped. You see, that's the shit I'm talking about. This is the trash. So I'm talking video. Let me finish this by saying, be strong. Know who you are. And understand that their job is to redesign who you are. Know your flaws. Understand that nobody's perfect, but know your imperfection. I know them very well. Right now, they just try to put together what they can to make me subscriptive to this predator type persona. Try to make me think of, no, but you remember before, you're looking at what is this retardation. And this perps with time, because they're so compromised, and what's going to happen to them in regard of like what they involved themselves in and what they really did to even framing me using children. They have no limit of how shameless they're going to be. And no limit of how shameless they are in regard of like, oh no, but you see, remember you... Listen, I don't even want to bring up the mental battle I'm having here because it's that stupid. But this trash can try to even use that to try to be like, no, you see, that's proof. You want... Stupid. Stupidity. They make me think of when I was let me just give you a snippet, but I'm not gonna be detailed. There was like a show on Netflix where I thought this show was gonna be like sexual and everything else. It's supposed to be like actresses. Listen, it's a movie where it's a show where this girls from like going to like private school, but they also on the side prostitutes or something like that. And I thought there's gonna be sexual. And like, yeah, no, but they were dressed in uniform school. I was like, do you know the actress, right? I was like, you see, that's proof. And by the way, nothing ended up happening because actually this thing is not as R-rated as I thought. But the whole thing, like, no, that's proof. Girls are young. Good stupidity. Stupidity. These clowns are going to sell their kids over this retardation. That they failed. I know who I am. You've been manipulating me. Today I can't even look at 2 seconds. There was a kid, maybe he's 12 years old. They stimulated me toward. Earlier there's a child of a baby of some guy. Stimulate me, even me saying that. I couldn't even use the restroom without them implanting that in my brain as I'm using the restroom. Like I said to all my targeting videos, stay strong and see this trash for what they are.